Hi, Tim here once again. As we all know, in business, we're going to come up with issues on quite a regular basis. These issues need dealing with. But for many companies, solving issues is actually a really, really difficult problem. Now, the reason for this can be many. First of all, there can be egos involved. There can be a lack of focus, a lack of discipline, I guess. And probably the two most common are one, a lack of commitment to actually getting it done, and also a fear of conflict. At the end of the day, for a lot of businesses, it's just too hard. But we have to deal with these issues because we know full well that if we don't, they're just going to keep coming back and smacking us on the back of the head, and each time it's going to get harder and harder. So there is a relatively easy way of doing this. It's basically identifying the issue, discussing the issue, and solving the issue. So first of all, identifying. What we want to do here is we want to identify the real issue here. Now, what I mean by that is that most people will identify a symptom of the issue. So here's a really, really basic example. So you may say that you've got a problem in your business with lack of cash, for example. Now, the lack of cash is a symptom. You may then go on to say, well, we've got lack of cash because there's a lack of sales. Well, the lack of sales is also a symptom. You may then go on to say that we've got a lack of sales because our sales team are crap. Well, that's also a symptom. So the real issue may be that the reason your sales team are crap is because you don't have a proper or a robust sales process in place, and the sales team haven't had the necessary training. So that is actually the true issue. Now, it can take time to do this, to actually dig deep and peel all those layers off to find what the actual problem is. So once we've done that, we need to then have a meeting, bring in everyone that's involved and actually discuss it. So we want to back up the theory, if you like, with evidence. We want to gather opinions from everybody, and we want to test and challenge those opinions as well. Now, we're dealing here with facts and honesty. We don't want any hearsay, and we don't want people there for their own gain. And definitely, as with all meetings, we don't want everybody going off on tangents for an hour. Once we've done that, we're then going to look at solving the issue. Now, really, there's three options here. You either have an issue where someone needs to take action and take ownership of it. You're going to either have an issue where it's sort of an awareness type thing or agreement, i.e., okay, we all agree that we'll arrive for our Tuesday afternoon meeting on time, for example. Or the third option is that you actually haven't got enough information there. So someone is going to take ownership of it and go away and do more research and gather more facts for the next meeting so you can actually make the decision and decide what to do. So look, bottom line is when you've got an issue in your business, don't ignore it. Take responsibility, follow this process, and I guarantee it'll make life a lot easier. See you next time.